Yo, what we saying? Big Doug in the building again. I've been missing for a moment, Carl. True say the weekend's been mad. I've been at Leeds and Reading Festival, been busy. Yeah, lots been going on, GRM Gala, all of that. But anyway, let me get into it. So this is a bit like delayed. This is like a couple of days delayed. But listen, let me get into it. Let me talk about the weekend. 5-0 Arsenal versus Leeds, yeah? Just some of the things that I saw, what I was impressed with, what I was concerned with. Obviously, Saka, Odegaard, and them man got injured, but it's looking like it wasn't too serious, that them man should be all right. So, a couple weeks out. But you know what's mad? Even with them man getting injured, what's like dope for me, yeah, like, which we've not had this. It's like we've actually got the depth now where I can see off of the back how Madueke played against Leeds, that him going on the right, he was more potent. Like he was definitely more active, definitely more comfortable over there. So it's that more and more we get the signing. I get it that Saka's injured straight away. Imagine if we didn't get cover for him in 1 year, he'd have to go in there again. Which not saying the year he can't do a job, but Madueke looks like he can do a better job, and it's already an upgrade from Sterling from last season. Forget the cost, what we paid, forget it now. He's here. It's already an upgrade from what we had in terms of Raheem Sterling. And I know certain man before in the start of the season, last season, with Raheem Sterling was calm with it. So why can't we be calm with Madueke? He's doing his thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, Odegaard, them kind of those Odegaard going down as well. But we got Eze. Big up my boy Eze. Ranga Arteta wanted to be a part of this team. You know how deep that is. I love that. I love the whole story about it. I love it, man. Like, it was meant to be. Him going to Tottenham wasn't meant to be his destination in his journey. He was meant to come to us, and he's done it. And I'm so happy to have him. I think he's going to be a big addition. Can play on the left, can play essentially. So yeah, just get that. Like with these injuries, I'm not too concerned because we're solid in terms of reinforcements, which we haven't been like this for a while. But let's get to it. The game, man. I feel it was a rocky start. Bit of nerves at the beginning. I feel a bit of anxiety carrying over from last season, first home game. Everyone, I feel like for myself watching it, I felt like, I was so like desperate for Gokres to get off the mark. I was just like, you want everyone to kind of get a little something going on for themselves to kind of give you a little boost and that. So when he missed the first chance, I was a bit like, oh fuck, here we go. Here we go. Like, I just hope he's not gonna be one of those that he's trying so hard that he just can't like do or play how he needs to play. But nah, the first start of the second half, ball over the top, signature Gokares down the left side, picked it up. Boom, past two defenders. And everyone's talking about how he runs and how he does this. Listen, I'm a big guy. You know me, big dog, Essie Duns, yeah? Now, even me, 6'3". And not so much now, but even just a few years back when I was a bit lighter, whatever, I can shift. I don't get this whole narrative that this guy at this level can't shift. And imagine I could shift at a stage where I am only playing twice a week or once a week, like, and still can move and do. These guys play every day. They train every day. Like, someone the size of Gokra, whether he got hench anyway, shouldn't really change like his movement and how quick he is and everything. And I think he's got a lot more pace than people really understand. The brother can shift. Man's got a few steps in him. You get me? So yeah, it was lovely, and the finish was dope. Everything about it, like, was just textbook. Got to celebrate at the Emirates. And I feel like that just lifted the monkey off his back. And now I feel like we're going to see a much more freer playing Gokares when we go to Anfield. And obviously, he slotted the penalty away that was ordered late on in the game. Like, Timber played phenomenal. Like, Timber's another one that, and I know, like, because we missed him for a whole season, it's like you feel like he's getting back up to, like, yeah, he had last season but could imagine if he'd played the season before, how much better or advanced or how further forward he would be in his development in terms of playing with us. But yeah, he's just doing madness. He scored 2 goals. Gives us something different to Ben White. I feel like Ben White overlaps the backside, like overlaps on the outside of Saka a lot better than Timber. But I think Timber's overall like understanding of the game and the way he plays is better than, and defensively I feel like he's better than White. But White is dope. Don't get me twisted. I am not slating Ben White. I'm happy that we've got both. I see we're linked with a right back today as well, which I don't even know. We're just linked with all these defenders. Fair. What defense is one area that I do not feel that Arsenal lacking players, but they know what they're doing. Tomiyasu obviously gone. They haven't really replaced him. Obviously, they bring Mascara in. Mascara can play right-sided, but on the right back or can play centre back. So maybe that could be, you could call that. But then obviously Zinchenko's possibly could leave at the end of the season, at the end of the window as well. So that's could be why they're looking at someone else, especially when you got Calafiori and Lewis Skelly on the left. Timber, when White can play centre back. I don't know. Listen, we just got options. It's scary because it ain't never been like this for a minute, like where we've just got mad options. So that to have all these options and to be able to like switch it up and switch up the team, let's hope that Arteta has the ability to be able to use his squad, because I feel like sometimes that's where we lack. We don't use the squad properly, man. He rinses the first 11, but I feel it comes down to trust. And I've said this in previous clips, previous episodes, that I feel like what last season did was it made him have to trust his squad. Like it made him have to kind of put faith in him because he had no choice. There was no one else. Like he had kids and on the bench, and he had to trust the whole squad. And it showed him and the rest of us that the rest of the squad are decent. I think if these certain things never happened, I don't think we would have seen Wanyeri and Miles Lewis Skelly and all of these get even Max Downham for all the talent we know he has. I feel like it will be one of them ones that will try to nurture him and hold him back. But now he's like, no, we got this talent. I'm gonna play him, and I like that. Now I like the way that Arteta is involving the youth, and I feel like for some of the players that left, they're probably looking at that now and thinking, boy, had I stayed, what would happen if I had stayed? Like, would he have played me? Would he have used me? So it would have been interesting to see for those players that would have stayed. But then for some of them, I get it. Like Heaven, who he's getting minutes at Man United, and Obi Martins, yeah, at a time when we had no striker, he probably would have got minutes in a system that he may understand a lot better than going to Man United and having that whole new way of playing and the whole, you know what I mean? He's come through the Arsenal ranks, so he gets it. So yeah, man. But overall, like, it was a dope game. I feel like nervous, but we got the result in the end. 5 goals. Max Downham. Let me touch on Max Downham. Like, man, this is a different type of talent. Different type of talent. Like Max Downham is one of those generational talents that come through once in a blue moon, and it's a tough one because he plays. Obviously, he can play centrally and he can play out on the right. But you also we're also in a mad time when we're actually blessed with a lot of young talent coming through the academy. And my thing is, I hope that now we can start doing what Man City and Chelsea do, where we can generate revenue from this, because you look at Amari Hutchinson on the move again, something like 45 or 40 something million, and you just think, like, we let that guy go. You know, we have to be better at holding our talent and nurturing them and being able to sell them on for a profit. It's the same thing Man City do. It's the same thing Chelsea do. United, I'm not too sure. Liverpool managed to. Liverpool are good at getting revenue back from their players and their talent pool, and we are so poor at it to think the money that we have made in terms of our best sales is Oxlade-Chamberlain. Obviously, we sold Iwobi, obviously to Everton, and then Willock to Newcastle. But they're like our best signings, and they were obviously all profit because they came through the academies and stuff. But we have a bad way. We're not great at selling on like the big names that we get in. Van Persie went for 25 million when he went to United, like monkey money. Like, you know, Sanchez, we lost Sanchez in a deal that we earned us Mkhitaryan. You know, Ramsey went for nothing. You know, we find ways of losing our players for like next to no dough. So that it's dope that we have now this plethora of talent that's coming through the academy. But yeah, it makes it hard for them. But everyone has to play. I think, you know, I don't care. I think Arsenal, we used to have this like whole mentality, yeah, where we didn't want to disrupt the first team. We had Walcott there, man. Like, you'd be linked with a player, you'd be like, no, but you know, I want to see Walcott develop. I want to see so and so develop. I want to see, you know, we don't really want to bring no one because I like my man too. We show too much blind loyalty to players where we need to start, as a fan base, we need to be more ruthless, and as a club, we need to be even more ruthless. That when it's time to sell a player, it's time to sell a player. Like, not like, I hate to say it, but for how much I love Saka, yeah, if his injuries are going to continue and he's going to continue to get injured, keep spending time on the sideline, you have to cash him in at some point. You have to. Like, you're going to have to let him go. Especially when you have the likes of Wanyeri and Max Downham and that can come into that position. Do you get what I'm saying? You shouldn't be scared to let some of your big talent go, and it happens to all clubs. All clubs. Man United had to lose Ronaldo at some time. Real Madrid had to lose Ronaldo. Barcelona had to lose Messi. All these, we've lost Henry. We've lost all our big names. Van Persie. Yeah, it hurts, but I feel like if you're as a club are in control of it, then it softens the blow. Like, yes, it hurts, but if it's the club's choice, the club is selling you one, they've bought in better, they're replacing, and they've bought in better talent that's gonna upgrade the squad, then it softens the blow. But if it's because they don't believe in the squad, we're not winning anything, and then these big name goes and they go to another club, and then that's when it hurts. So we need to be ahead of the curve and stuff. But yeah, like they're all talented, man. I think all our kids are talented. Max Downham's gonna be one for the future. Got like can chop man this way, that way. He's won 3 penalties in 4 games. That just shows you that he is a problem in the box. And I feel like it's the way he can change direction. He's light. He's light on his feet. He's got a good low center of gravity. And yes, for all what he lacks in physicality, because he ain't that weak. When he was running around the outside of my man and he had to foul him, I think it was Goodison or Gustafsson or whatever his name is, he had to bring him down. Like, you know what I mean? And that's a 15-year-old boy that's trying to run around the outside of you, fearless. You know what I'm saying? So what he lacks in weight, he makes up for in balance and agility and speed and being able to glide with the ball. It's almost, I hate to say it, like Lemon Lamal, kind of like, even though they play in different ways. But the thing is, what we're not being able to see with Max Diamond is the way he plays, because he's out wide. He's more running at his man. People don't understand this guy can pass, he can dribble, he can do it all. He can do it all. He's actually a phenomenal talent. And if if you're like me and you've watched him like through the academy last season and everything, you get to see what he's really about. So yeah, mad talent. But yeah, man. Yeah, all in all, it was a good weekend. Top of the league, 6 points. Gokares scored 2. The man them doing their thing. And wait, hold on, before I forget. Big up my guy, Zubamendi. Now, for me, I feel Zubamendi should have got man of the match. That was my thoughts. He was everywhere. And I think we didn't get to see it against Man United. And I'm not making excuses. People were saying, reports coming out, he was sick, but it makes sense because you can't play like that against United, come out against Leeds and just be everywhere like that. Not saying that at United, it just looked like something weren't right. So it's not like he hasn't got the physicality in the legs to be everywhere, because people say, oh, but it's Leeds. But that's how he's just dogged. He makes challenges. He can pick the ball up, turn. He's press resistant. Can break lines. He can make passes. He can run in behind. I have to be honest. I didn't know he was this talented. I didn't know. I can't say that I actually watched him. I watched him against United when Real Sociedad played United, but I just don't feel. I think it's because Real Sociedad ain't great anyway, and he's doing a lot of work and he's probably carrying that side. But in this team, where you've got a team that can all across the board of good players, you can see him shine, man. He's doing his thing, man. He's literally, yeah, like I hate to say it because I love Partey, but he's definitely an upgrade, and I think in time we'll see the difference. The one thing I think is Zubamendi, he don't give the ball away, whereas Partey, he has moments he switches off. Don't get me wrong, Partey was great for us, probably one of our best players, and probably one of the best DMs we've had in a long time. But I just think Zubamendi, if he can keep playing the way he's playing and keep doing what he's doing, he'll be the signing of the season for me, because he's doing the work that really matters, which is breaking up play, them last-ditch tackles, those reading the game, the interceptions, the passes, the controlling the tempo, the being able to turn, burst through between defenders. Mate, I see it all against Leeds. And yes, people will say it's only Leeds, and when we play stronger opponents and better teams, it may not be the same. But from what I saw from that game, that'll give him great confidence going into the Liverpool game and playing against them at Anfield. And also just watching Liverpool the other day, got lucky let again, like these lucky fuckers. I keep saying it. Liverpool are probably one of the luckiest teams out there. Should have had sending off, should have been 10v10. Konate got away with one, not getting a second yellow. I don't know, like Liverpool for me, yeah. Like, yes, I don't hate watch them. I didn't hate watch them in the game the other day. I just felt that obviously I wanted Newcastle to win because I feel like Liverpool are rivals this season, and I think it'll be. I saw them and maybe City in there once City start to get their act together, and maybe even Chelsea. I don't know, man. I think Chelsea might fizzle out and burn out, but yeah, they're just lucky, man. They're just jammy, man. It's just annoying, man. Every time, like they get these last minute, and I said it. I kept saying it in the WhatsApp group. I said these men are going to score. These men are going to score. I should have backed it. I should have backed it because I knew it was coming because 11 minutes of extra time, and the thing is, Newcastle didn't know when to just sit in and chill. You've recovered the point. You've come from 2-0 down. You don't have to go and win the game. Get a point, survive, put some points on the board. And because they kept pushing, and this is the thing with Liverpool, sometimes you can pressure them and think that you've lured them into you've got them, but they lure you into a full sense of security and then they snap, bang, done. And they are very clinical. One thing you got to give Liverpool for, they are clinical. When they're on point, they rarely miss chances unless it's Darwin Núñez. You get what I'm saying? They are very clinical with it. So, yeah, like, they got away with one. And I think it's going to be close. I think this season, I feel like, I got to say, this is probably the most confident I've felt. I think most seasons I go into it thinking, yeah, we could do well. But I actually think this season could possibly be our season. I think we're going to be strong. I think the players are going to get better. They're going to gel. And I think if we can get a result at Anfield, whether a draw and a win, for us, that will be massive and very much a confidence booster and a raiser. Because we've got the squad. We've got the squad going to international break, come back out of that, and then just start attacking these teams. I think we play City, I think we've got Chelsea, and I think we've got a few big games coming up. I think we've got 3 more big games. I think our first 5 to 6 games were immense. But then after that, we just got like a nice run. And I think they're the games, the run that we've got are the games that tend to give us the problems. It's the mid-table teams. Like, you see our record against the top 6. We haven't lost a game in 3 seasons. You know what I mean? So obviously FA Cup, we lost games or whatever, but in the league. So where we lack, where we didn't lack before, and it was that we used to lose to the top 6 all the time and had problems. We've strengthened there, but where we lack is the mid-table teams, the lower league teams that are gonna come and set up a mid-block, a low block, whatever, and just try to smash and grab us. You get me? And I think if we can start to put some fear into those teams, where they're not even going to want to come out because man, them are looking dangerous on them. And you know what I mean? Get back to that, get that respect like how we did in 2-3 seasons ago when we were smashing teams and they were just fearful of us. But we couldn't keep it up. So hopefully, I feel like this season could be our season to push for it, to do big things in the league, man. But yeah, just quickly, I've been here for a minute. Also, you done know, Lean Gang, go and get your merch. You done know the thing. Big Doug as always. Make sure you like, subscribe, tap on that, tune in, lock in. And yeah, I'm gonna get Loose Cannons back. Me and Star should be jumping back on that. Everyone's busy, you know what I mean? But the season is here. We're back in, you know what I mean? So we're gonna make a conscious effort to make sure that man is producing the content for you guys. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, anything you would like to hear me speak on, just put it in the comments, man. Let me know. Let's get busy with it. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, a good weekend. It's even been good on my fantasy football. I'm doing nice. I'm second in my dream team league, looking to clean up them man's pockets. Yeah, winning all. I'm coming through all this season. Yeah. So it's been a nice weekend. All in all. Also, big up Declan Rice. I see him at Leeds and Reading Festival, and that's another thing why I'm gassed, because I can see the excitement in him sitting down and talking to Decky, and just him talking about the squad and even the injuries, but knowing that we got Madueke and these men, and hearing him be excited about it is part of why I feel the way I feel right now about it, where I'm like, if you're excited and you're enthusiastic about what's going on and you're seeing all this and this is gassing you up, then that's telling me, well, I got to be gassed too then, because you're seeing what's going on in the training ground. You're seeing what's popping up and what's happening around you and what is going on. So if you're enthusiastic and your excitement for it is like the way it is, then boy, I'm gonna keep that same energy. You know what I mean? But he didn't give away too much. He wasn't sitting there saying we're gonna win the league and all of that kind of stuff. But I could just see the enthusiasm and the excitement in what is going on at Arsenal right now with the players coming in with Eze, like he was, Saka and Odegaard being down. It was like, well, it's cool. That man can do what they need to do because we've got the depth now. We have Madueke, he can fit in there, and we have Eze coming in on the 10s, and we've got Martinelli. So, you know what I mean? So I don't want to say too much what he said at the same time because it's my dog, and I don't want to, you know what I mean? He said certain things, I don't want to give away too much. You get me? But if my man's enthusiastic about the season, I'm enthusiastic about the season. You done know. But anyway, it's been Big Doug TV. You done know the settings. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, hit it up. Peace.